door noise too.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, it's our guest. It's our guest tonight, Patrick.
Hello. I was waiting for you to be
Patrick?
like, yeah, good. I was waiting for you to be like, did you hear that? No. Full straight Jason. No.
Yeah.
Not at
Jason
all.
just shuts it down. How's it going, Patrick? Welcome to Truth or Theory Part 2 with Patrick, episode number 53.
Yep, 53.
Whoa, good old 5-3. Life is good, man. It's been crazy, you know, with all this stuff going on in the world. But you know, we managed to continue filming and editing and, you know, getting the series, you know, moving along. So I'm tired, man. It's been like the last. I've put like 10,000 miles on my car in like the last, I don't know, 3 months.
Oh, cruising.
Are y'all kind of carpooling together to save money, or what? Or y'all have a?
So it's kind of funny. Jason, he actually moved to Oklahoma. So now it's like when we film an investigation, he flies out from Oklahoma, and then we'll, you know, depending on where it is, you know, he might fly to where the location is, or he'll just fly to Reno and ride with me. Like we just filmed at the commercial casino in Elko, Nevada, and so he flew into Reno, and then we drove out to Elko, which is only like 4 hours from here.
Oh, look at you, big timers, flying around and doing all that shit. Hey man, you got to come out to Colorado. Then we're gonna go hit up the what's it called, the Stephen King hotel place?
Oh,
Stanley.
Hotel,
yeah. We need to go do that, man. I've gotten balls since the last time we talked. I'm ready to go with you guys. I will be a third cameraman.
Have you been there?
Yes, I would love it. Actually, how close are you to Colorado Springs again?
We're about what, 2 hours, an hour and a half.
It's not too far.
So you're in Denver. Are you in?
Yeah,
you're up in
right by
right?
Yeah, just north of Denver.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because in November we're going out to the Black Monarch Hotel. I think it's what it's called.
Okay.
And it's in this tiny little town. It's like a tiny little mining town out there. Black Monarch. Look it up because it's not very far away from Colorado Springs, because we're gonna be flying into Colorado Springs. But yeah, if it's not that far from you guys, I mean, come on down, because we've got like the whole city.
Let's do it.
I'm nervous.
I want to do it, man. Dude, my daughter is completely stuck on your guys' show now. She for the longest time.
Yes.
The dark side. I was like, no, it's the haunted side. She's like, I'm on the dark side with the guys with the ghost. And
Guys with the ghost.
She watched the marathon of it today, and I passed out. I was tired, but she was loving it, man. She freaking loves that stuff. She's gonna be a little paranormal investigator when she's older.
Heck yes, man. That's awesome. Very, very cool.
She thinks it's pretty cool that Daddy's talking to Patrick tonight.
Aww. What's her name?
Gabriella.
Hi, Gabriella.
Oh, Gabby's the one that's.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's ever since she was like a baby, she's been obsessed with skeletons and anything creepy.
Really?
Yeah, so I knew she was gonna take to that.
Interesting.
She walked in, my wife and I were watching the haunted side, and she's like, "What is this?" Like, it just like a magnet brought her to it. She's like, "Oh, this looks cool. I love creepy stuff."
That's awesome. That's funny because I've got a 4-year-old baby boy, and he does the same thing. He loves it. Halloween is like his favorite holiday. They open up all the spirit stores, you know.
Oh yeah.
We've already gone like probably 20 times. He's like, every day he's like, I want to go to the Halloween store. I want to go to the Halloween store. I'm like, hell yeah, you do.
That's how I feel too, man. It's my favorite holiday. We've already gone 2 or 3 times to the one here, and too. It's so much fun to go there. We're super immature with that stuff, and I buy costume crap constantly. Like this.
Heck yes. Dude, I love it. Yeah, it's funny because when you walk in, you know, and they have all the props and they have the things that jump out at you and scare you and all that stuff. He's laughing and loving it and having a good time. And then there's like adults that are screaming and crying, you know?
He's grown up tough.
Yeah, exactly.
Does he watch the haunted side, or do you not let him watch it?
No, absolutely. It's funny because there's been times where, and people always say the kids are like more sensitive and they see things, or can sense things better. There's been times where like he'll come into my editing room, and it'll be like paused. One time in particular was pretty crazy because it was the Donovan Mill episode, and it was like right before the chair moved, and I had it paused, and he came in and was like. And he just pointed at the screen. All he saw was just me sitting at a table, right? I mean, it could have been at like a barbecue. It could have been at, a haunted building. He had no idea. He had no context. He just walked in and looked, and he just goes, "Ooh, ghost." Ooh. And then like a couple seconds later, the chair moved up, and I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Did you see something there?"
That's creepy. That's the kind of stuff that freaks me out about kids, man, is that thing you're talking about, that they're more sensitive to everything.
Got the sixth sense.
Yeah.
If my kid comes in there and tells me she sees a ghost in our house or any of that kind of shit, I'm out, man.
You just give me a call.
My wife will be raising the kids alone. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go live in a trailer somewhere.
I'm out of here.
Oh, I can't handle it. It's creepy. Our kids got the sixth sense. That was cool. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I can't remember how you pronounce the one. I texted you earlier, that hotel that you were at, something with an M. Which one is that?
The Mizpah.
Mizpah. Dude, that episode is freaky. Holy shit.
Dude, I know. And so that's in Tonopah. So that's maybe 3.5 hours south of Reno going towards Vegas. And I'm actually supposed to be back out there because we're doing another episode at the Mizpah. And then we're also filming at a place in Tonopah called the Tonopah Liquor Company. And it's kind of like a bar brewery, but they have a basement that is like connected to the tunnel system underneath Tonopah. And it is ridiculously haunted.
Wow. Dude, how do you have the balls to go in these basements and on these creepy ass spots, and you're like, did you hear that? And then next 20 seconds you're walking into that room. Dude, that freaks me out. How the hell?
I know, right?
I can't push forward.
It's funny. It's funny because people always people always ask me that, and they're like, oh my God, you need a wheelbarrow to like carry around your balls, dude. Like, Jesus Christ, they're huge. And I don't know. It's just something about me. Like I don't ever get. I mean, I do get scared. I mean, there's been times where I'm like, holy shit, But that's what I'm there for, right? Like I'm not there to be like, oh my God, what is that? Run the other way, Like I'm there to document it and to show that it exists. So. It's funny because I do see, the other channels and like even like the network television shows where when something happens, it's like, they bolt out of there. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, that's not in the job description. It's ghost hunter, not ghost runner.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm not a ghost hunter. We're going to meet up with the first thing that happens. We're going to be out of there. We're going to have little two-way radios. Patrick, did you see that shit?
Like, I'm out.
Come in, Patrick.
So, it's funny because we did a live stream at the Donovan Mill not too long ago with the Northern Nevada Ghost Hunters. They're like a really good friends of ours up here, but they do big group tours. So they'll have like 30 people in their tour or whatever, and she'll have me come out. Mama J, she's the lady who runs the organization. She'll have me come out and just talk to people and be myself and whatever and entertain. But we were in there, and this one guy that's been with them forever because they have volunteers that work with them. We were walking kind of in this like darker area of the Donovan Mill, and he was holding the obelisk, and it just goes unholy, and he hands it to Jason's cousin who was with us, fake Jason. I don't know if you've seen any of that.
Yeah,
stuff,
fake Jason
stuff. Yeah, he literally, and this dude was big too. I mean, he's like 6'4", 250 pounds. I mean, he was a big dude, and it just goes unholy, and he was like, boom, he just like shoved it into his hands and bolted out of there. And I have not seen him since. Like he doesn't even volunteer at Northern Nevada Ghost Hunters anymore.
Wow. Damn. That's so freaky, man.
It's not for everyone.
When that thing says creepy words like that, man, that's what really, anything evil related, that's what really freaks me out. Because like
dude,
supernatural spirits, I think I can get myself to man up and be able to tolerate it, but when the evil stuff starts getting thrown around, that's what scares the crap out of me, man.
I don't want
demons messing with me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, did you have you seen the Hunter Creek House one? It's the newest episode that we just posted.
I started it and I fell asleep. My daughter loved it though. I gotta watch it. I didn't fall
Yeah.
asleep because of the content, just so everybody knows. I fell asleep because I was tired.
No, it's all good. Excuse me. But so the part 2 of that one is coming out, but I posted the trailer of it. And there's 2 parts in there where the obelisk says devil and it goes devil, like that. Oh man, there's one at the very end of the teaser where I'm just like, I'm holding the camera and Jason's like, he's looking at me and it's just like, phone something, and it goes devil, and I just deer in headlights. I'm like,
oh my god, that's so
that night was insane, dude. Like there was so much stuff happening. Part 2 is over an hour long.
Wow, I'm excited to watch it. Yeah, that obelisk thing, the tone when it says words, does it kind of just random? Like it just has its own tones for each word, or what?
So that's what's really even more terrifying about that is I have emailed the guy who builds them, designs them, wrote all of the coding for all of it, and it's just supposed to be a robotic voice, like a Siri voice. There's not supposed to be any inflection on the words. He did not write it to drop octaves down to go devil. Like it should just go devil.
Oh, dude, I would put that thing in the microwave.
Run.
That's so freaky.
Yeah.
That looks like an expensive piece of equipment, but man, I couldn't carry that home with me. That's creepy.
That's why it stays in the garage.
Yeah, there you go. That's like you need a storage unit just for your paranormal investigation equipment.
That is exactly what I have.
Yeah. Do you have any weird situations where you feel like stuff's following you home?
Not really. I mean, we do. So, there have been times where Jason, especially when he first started, because he was so new to the paranormal world, like he didn't really fully understand, what could happen or what is said to happen, with that kind of stuff. So there was one time, actually, funny enough, talking about Donovan Mill, we were leaving the Donovan Mill, and he said that he felt, because he was behind everybody, because it was me, his cousin, and then Jason was behind us, and he was, we were walking out, and he felt something behind him. He felt something kind of tagging along behind him. So much so that he stopped, turned around, pointed the camera that way and said, you're not allowed to follow us. We were here, we filmed, we communicated with you, but that's it. Like, you have to stay here. And then we finished walking out, and he said that he didn't feel it anymore after that. So I think that was the closest thing that we've had so far, something coming home with us, because we both do quite a bit to make sure that, that kind of stuff stays where it is,
Like what? Do you ever try to I don't know, like you release a spirit, I guess? You ever feel like they're just like damned to that place and they just need like some kind of blessing to be set free?
Yeah, absolutely. Not every time, and there's even been instances where the owners of buildings like forbid it. They're like, absolutely not. Like, I don't want to see you guys doing anything like that, because that's their money, right? If we get rid of the spirits that are in there, then people don't want to go there. Yeah, so I've had that happen. I've had that happen before. Yeah, so typically not very many, like big buildings or something like that have we done that to, but private residences, houses. I don't know if you saw. You should watch it though. It's like 4.5 hours long. It's a super long live stream. It's a binge watch for sure. But I did this abandoned farmhouse out in Southern California with Cody and Sean from the New Reality. And I won't ruin it for you if you want to watch it, but the end of that live stream, like the last half hour or so, was incredible. And then we actually had it backed up. We didn't know any of the story of this place. We had just heard about it, where it was that day. We drove out there to look at it that day. We had never been there before, did the investigation, and then afterwards researched it. And there were actually police reports that corroborated even the names that we were getting through the equipment and everything. What? And it was nuts. And I swear to God, we did not know any of that stuff. And it was nuts, man. Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
Is that available on your channel, The Haunted Side?
Yeah, that's on The Haunted Side. If you go under live streams or all videos, it's Abandoned Farmhouse. with the new reality. It's a hella long one, but it's worth it, man. It's worth it. There was crazy stuff going on that whole time.
Man, we'll break it up into 2 parts. Make 2 movie nights out of it.
Exactly. There you go.
Dude, I don't want to give away too much of your content because I want people to go watch it who don't already watch it. But that one thing you said to that girl that was with you in that episode where you said that a lady kind of like leaned over with long hair and a dress and looked at you. I almost came out of the skin, dude. That's my kryptonite.
Dude. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Because in that moment, because it was really weird because like it startled me, but then like it was so clear that I was like, that can't be real. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was like that's got to be like a mannequin, because some of the places, you know, they have mannequins or they have this stuff thrown around, and that's what it ends up being. And I was like, no, it can't be real. And then I'm like, it started to sink in, and I was like, holy crap, you know. And then we go over there, and there's not even any space for somebody to stand. If you saw that episode, I mean, it's all just like there was like a wall right there. You know what I mean? So there was nothing. It was like something peeked out from a wall.
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know the name of that gadget. The one that shows kind of like the green little stick figures and stuff when you're in the room.
Oh yeah, the SLS camera, structured light sensor camera.
That's my wife's favorite gadget you guys play with. That freaks me out. That one seems like they move around in like different levels too. Like they're not on the same playing field as us. It's so bizarre.
It definitely seems like, because that's a theory too, is that spirits can be at a higher frequency, but they can also be at a lower frequency. So sometimes you'll see them, you know, doing this, like if you just recorded yourself and then put it in time lapse mode and you just saw yourself freaking out, or if you slow it down to like almost nothing and you're like barely moving, you know. Wow. So yeah, she'll love your wife will love part 2 of Hunter Creek House, because there was one figure on the SLS that was like messing with Jason hardcore. It started at the bottom of a staircase and went all the way up, and it was one that like you walk halfway up the staircase, there's a landing, and then you have to turn and walk up the other way that you just came. And it literally came all the way up, all the way around. Its arms were like grabbing the ceiling and swinging up to the next spot and everything. It was gnarly. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. And you know me, like when something happens like that, I'm like, dude, no, it is, you know, I'm like, I get like my excitement level goes through the roof. And Jason's just standing there, just like deer in headlights. He's like, where the hell is it? Like, where should I go? What should I do right now?
I know, you're like a kid in a candy store, though. That shit, man. Everybody else is like, man,
dude,
settled.
Yeah. Dude, it's funny because people always laugh at the Cobb Mansion. Have you seen the Cobb Mansion one?
Yeah.
Where Jason was on the staircase doing the sensory deprivation. He's like almost in tears. He's like, "Oh my God, there was a scream, there was a yell," and then all the cameras start dying and all that stuff. And you hear it in my voice. I'm like even giggling. I'm like, everything's dying, and then you see that shadow just dart across that hallway in that back room, and I'm like, "Did you say that?"
That was super freaky. I do remember that.
Dude, that was creepy. That one still gives me the chills, man. Because we went into that place, Cobb Mansion. That was such a unique investigation, because we went in there with just like very little expectations, because it's a functioning bed and breakfast, right? And you go on Yelp and you type in, you know, Cobb Mansion. It's all like 5-star reviews. Wonderful place. I got a great night's sleep. The breakfast was delicious. You know what I mean? Like everything was cozy. And so we were like, okay, well, you know, how haunted can it be? You know, there's not a single, you know, review that's like, oh, hell no. Books were flying off the shelves. Shadow figures were dancing around the building. Nothing like that. So we went in there thinking, oh, this is just going to be, you know, maybe we'll capture something. Maybe we won't even use this episode. And then it was just like, off the charts, man. So nice.
Yeah, that episode was really creepy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Dude, I wanted to ask you too, another thing. I don't want to give away too much of your stuff, but that little sun decor looking thing that was in that one episode where it was on the wall.
Oh.
Was that the item that was on that bed? Did it come
That
off?
was exactly. Yep. Yeah. That's so creepy. I've gone back since and like held that thing, and it's heavy. Like it's not like a piece, it's not like a plastic piece or something like that. Like it was made out of like metal or not bronze, but it was heavy. It had some weight to it. And so that's what I thought was super weird. Oh, funny story about that too. So that property, the Crystal Bay Motel, it's like right across the street from the Biltmore Hotel. So it's like the Biltmore and then the Crystal Bay. But one of the security guards that works at the Tahoe Biltmore, he's staying at the Crystal Bay at that motel in that room. And he didn't know, he said like him and his girlfriend are there, and then he said that they felt kind of weird, and they had some like weird things happen. And then I was like, dude, we actually filmed an episode like in that room. You should go and watch it. And then the next time I saw him, he was like, dude, I had to get the hell out of there. As soon as I saw that thing, that sun thing, where it was on the bed, he goes, dude, I've heard that thing move in the bathroom before. And that's where he sleeps. Him and his girlfriend sleep right there on that bed. He goes, hell no. He goes, I had to get the hell out of there. I'm not trying to deal with that thing come flying at us and hit us in the head in the middle of the night.
No shit, dude, that would hurt. Dang. So is that what made that loud thud in that room? Is that thing getting thrown?
That's what I think. Yeah, 100%. It sounded to me, it sounded like it punched that back wall back there. Yeah. So it's almost like it came out of that room and hit that back wall as I was coming back towards Jason. Yeah, nuts.
Cool, man, that's freaky. So, explain to me the best you can how the heat, like in a room, and the cold spots, like how does that work? Like, why is it sometimes you get like a wave of heat, and then other times it looks like you like walked in a freezer?
Yeah, there's so many different theories about it, and that's that's the thing about the paranormal is there's people with a ton of experiences, but there's really no experts. So I have a ton of experience, but I would never say that I'm an expert at that stuff because it's not something that's fully understood, right? So we don't really know 100% concrete for sure. But with that said, the theories are that cold spots are spirits of people that were alive and now are dead or stuck in limbo or whatever that plane is. And hot spots are things that are more malevolent, demonic, even. They're things with a lot more like negative energy surrounded around it. So that's why if we're like, oh dude, it's getting cold in here, we don't get too worked up. But when I hear Jason go, dude, like my back is burning, or like it feels so hot in here, and for Jason to say that, I'm like, oh shit.
No kidding, man.
It's about to get real.
I feel like sometimes the rooms that you guys are in, you're getting two different variations of two different sides of an army, like a good army or like a neutral limbo army, and then some of the demonic entities that are messing with the other ones, and y'all are caught in the middle of it.
Yeah, absolutely. A good example of that is when we did the District Theater with Twin Paranormal. It did, man. The back portion of that building felt like the negative energy, and then the front portion felt like good energy, positive energy, or just like you said, something kind of in limbo. And it felt like a war between the two sides.
That's so scary.
And it was like pulling us to the, like we were all drawn to that back portion, which I thought was weird because that's where the negative energy is. Like it was trying to feed off of our energy, feed off of our fear. Because I don't know if you saw those episodes, but the last part of that one was nuts. There was so much noise and just bangs and stuff getting thrown. It was just insane. And I feel like, us jumping and going like, holy, shit, what the hell was that? I think it fed off of that. So then there was these noises that would happen in the front of the building that were like kind of leading us away from it. It was like don't stay back there, like come up here, because it was almost like bangs and weird noises back here, but then like voices, like people saying things in the front of the building. So it's like, oh, what was that? Let's go and try and figure out what, because we thought we were hearing voices and stuff like that. But yeah, that place is crazy haunted.
Yeah, I remember it seemed like it for sure. I wanted to ask you too about the like the permit situation, the legal side of it. Do you guys have to get some kind of a documentation to be able to go in these places, or just approval of the owners?
Almost always. Definitely always get permission to go into places. That's one of the big things. You don't want to be breaking into places. That's illegal.
Right.
Permission. A lot of times we also have to either sign waivers or show them our certificate of insurance. So if something does happen to us or the building or the property, it's covered. It's in California. Any place that we've shot in California is an absolute nightmare because you have to have filming permits on top of filming permits, on top of certificate of insurance for everything. It's a nightmare. Actually, even we've been trying to get out to Bodie. I'm sure you've heard about Bodie, the ghost town out there. It's just in the California side. It's like right on the border of California, Nevada, but it's in California. And we actually have to pay to have 2 rangers on duty the entire night that you're there. So it's like $96 for all night.
Wow.
Dang,
2 rangers. They're worried something's gonna happen to you. Like it's that bad, or they just want to keep you guys.
There's been times where things get pretty real, and we're just standing there like, holy hell. And it's funny because Jason will kind of look to me, because again we're on season 4 right now, so he's maybe done 20 investigations in his lifetime, where I've done like over 1,000. And so he looks at me sometimes for like he's like, should I freak out right now or are we okay? You know what I mean? Like I get that vibe. And one of the good ones is Clean Water Demon House. There was one point where he just looked at me like, are we supposed to be scared? And I'm like, I'm actually scared right now. And then you see the camera, it's kind of, he's like, oh no. Patrick's worried. Patrick's worried. I need to be like very concerned.
Yeah, if I was with you guys and you started freaking out, dude, I would be done, man. You just see my shoes on the ground like a cartoon character. Little cloud of dust.
Yeah, just a hole cut out of the building that you are shaped.
The Looney Tunes cut out. So one of my favorite things about your guys' show is the B-roll footage that you guys capture, mainly in the beginning. What are y'all doing to do that? Is that drones most of the time, and then like just creative angles on stand cameras?
Yeah, exactly. I do all of the drone. I do all of the B-roll in general, but the drone photography, all that stuff, I do that. And then we've got a slider to get those kind of like shots where it's like very low to the ground, looking up at a tilted angle, and just kind of slide through and show the room or whatever, get a nice establishing shot. Yeah, it's funny because sometimes the B-roll will take just as long as the investigations.
I believe it, man. Your B-roll footage is top notch, man. You're definitely an artist with that. That's
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Art that a lot of people don't realize and appreciate, but yeah, that's a
oh, and it makes such a difference too. Mm-hmm. Even though it's only, like you said, it's only 2 minutes, not even that, 30 seconds, a minute or so of the episode. It really sets the tone and sets the whole just experience, and that's why it kills me when I see channels that do really good work and they capture some pretty good evidence, but they put no time or energy into the actual production value. And it's almost like, damn, like you guys could catch like a full figure, walk up to you, say hello, sit down at a chair, and or whatever, and people wouldn't see it because the episode just drags too much, or there's no, what I mean, like the people end up clicking off of it, or instead of getting to the end and going, where's the next part, like immediately.
Yeah, right. When my little girl was sitting next to me today watching it, when the episodes would start, y'all have that eerie vibe going on with the B-roll footage and everything. I could pick up on her energy. She's all anxious and nervous but excited. Like yeah, they know. Yeah. Good.
That's awesome. That's exactly what we're going for. So that's good.
Yep, you got it, man. You got that nailed down. It's awesome. Last time we talked, I think it might have been off air, but you're from Louisiana originally, or you live?
I'm from Texas originally. I was born in Dallas, but I moved to Lafayette. I lived in Louisiana from like 10 years old until like 17. So pretty much half my life in Texas, the beginning, and then half of the younger years in Lafayette. And I miss the food, man. Oh my God.
Yeah, nothing beats Lafayette's food, man. That's my hometown too. I was born in Houma, but I claim Lafayette because I lived there a lot longer. But,
yeah.
You have family out there still, or has everybody moved on?
Yeah, no, I do. I do still have some family, some uncles and cousins and stuff out in Louisiana. Majority of the family is still in Texas, though. But yeah, my uncle Mark worked for Baker Hughes in the oil industry, so he lived in Lafayette.
Yeah, definitely. Are they doing okay with all the hurricane stuff?
Yeah. So far everybody's good. I mean, you live down there, you just get used to it. It's just like you're like, oh, it's hurricane season.
Yeah, it's always made out to be like way more intense than it's gonna be. And then like all my buddies were posting videos in their backyards, like it's raining a little bit, wind's blowing every now and then, trees are kind of swaying, but nothing too crazy. They're just hanging out. Hurricane party.
There's no boats flying through the air.
Yeah, it's not like the movie Twister with all the tornadoes and cows flying and shit.
Oh God, we got cows.
What's next for the show, man? Where's your go-to places that you really want to go to that you haven't been able to go to yet?
One of the big ones that fell through because of freaking Corona was the Waverly Hills Sanitarium in Kentucky. I was so excited to go back there. We were going to finally film like a prop, because I've been there twice before just by myself, but I wasn't filming for a show. I was just there for myself, right? And we were supposed to be back there in April, and it was like right at the height of everything, and it sucked too because we had booked the trip, and then we were like, okay, we're going to be there April. I think it was like April 2nd or something like that. But we had an extra day in that area. And Bobby Mackey's is only like maybe 45 minutes or so from that location. And so I was like, oh my God. I was like, dude, we're like less than an hour from Bobby Mackey's. We need to do Waverly Hills and Bobby Mackey's Music World, and just knock those two out. And so, we booked the trip and everything, and we had it. Everything was ready to go. And then, Corona happened, and they started, saying, oh, this is shut down. And then like the airline prices started like going down crazy. So I actually canceled those tickets and took the flight voucher, like the flight credit, and then rebooked the trip because the tickets were like half price basically, or even less than that. Yeah. And so we were still ready to go. I mean, we were going to get on a plane up until it was like 3 days before we were supposed to like leave, is when we got a call from both locations saying that they had to actually close, and that even though our production, there's only 2 people, they couldn't have anybody in those buildings, and so I was like, no. Because we were so mad, because Jason's been wanting to go there ever since I started talking it up. And yeah, it was like we had it, and we were like, nope, sorry.
Yeah. What do you think about doing like a different country, like
oh shit,
what's that one forest there in China? It's Suicide Forest or something like that. That seems like I don't know.
There's one. The one you're talking about, I think it's the one in Japan. Actually, it's at the base of Mount Fuji, and yeah, it's the Suicide Forest. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. The only problem with that is that anybody who goes out there to film, they actually do come up upon like dead bodies and like mutilated corpses and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, I mean, maybe I would go and just walk through it just to feel that vibe, but filming out there, that would be pretty pretty gnarly.
I guess they have signs and stuff at the edge that say don't go in here, because there's like it'll draw you in. It'll draw you into,
dude, I don't know thoughts and things. Anything about what y'all are talking about, but it sounds fascinating.
Oh boy, the one YouTube guy got in trouble for filming in there. He filmed a dead body.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul. I forget who it was, but one of them, yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul Logan.
Yeah.
Or Logan Paul, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
so what's going on with this forest? Why are people killing themselves there?
It's just a place to do it.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, again, it goes back to theories, but there's the theory of like the ley lines that are like very like charged up areas all over the world that are all kind of in like a dead straight line of each other, and it happens to run straight through the middle of this forest, and it's funny because it's not even it's not even like it's not even like, you know, 10 or 15 people a year. It's like 200 people a year go into this forest to commit suicide. I saw there was one. I think it was Ancient Aliens. You guys ever watch that show on the History Channel? They did a whole
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they did a piece on that forest. And dude, like there's the parking lots are just full of cars that are just like have been there for months. You know what I mean? And the guy going around putting tickets on them is just like, yeah, you know, this car's been here for 6 months, and you know, the owner is probably out there somewhere. You know, we don't know. So
it's super sad, really.
I know, it's horrifying. Yeah.
So are they going there to kill themselves, or they go there and then they end up killing themselves?
I think they go there.
Yeah, they go there to do it, I think, or they go there to like to reflect on life, and like, should I do this? Should I do this? But supposedly there's such a dark energy in that place that you know, they end up not having a choice. Is what.
God, that's so crazy.
Just super sad. Yeah, that place is pretty nuts. But one of the ones that I really want to go to, it's like my bucket list location, like number one, is Poveglia Island, and it's a small island off the coast of Italy. That was used as like the burning site for all of the bodies after the bubonic plague. So there's something to the tune of like 600,000 bodies that were burned on this tiny little island.
Oh my God,
dude! Oh my God, that's like the holy grail of creepy right there, man. The bubonic plague.
I know. Yeah.
You would go there.
There's like,
you would like to go there.
I'll catch some.
Oh yeah, dude, it's funny. It's actually for sale. And I was like, oh my God, I was like, I would buy that place in a heartbeat, because there's like buildings on there, because there was like a hospital, like a pretty decent sized hospital, you know, because they take them over there when they were really sick, and just basically wait for them to die so they could, you know, cremate them and then dump the ashes out there. But there's like something like 16 buildings out on that property, something like that. And I looked it up, and it's like 3.5 million euros. So like, damn it.
What is that in the U.S.? I have no idea.
Probably close to the same.
A lot. Yeah.
I got $40, man. We could all pitch in, start a tourist trap over there.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
God, that's so freaky, dude. But I think ghosts, old spirits are definitely way more scary than more current stuff. Do y'all agree? Like the older they are, the creepier?
Yeah, because then you kind of think like, okay, what the hell have you been doing this whole time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or does time not even exist to you anymore? You know? It's funny because I get that a lot. I see there's like memes going around. It's like, why are spirits always like 1700 Victorian women? You know, like where's the 2006 ghost screaming like, it's Britney, bitch, you know, or something like that.
That's awesome.
And it's funny because I've experienced both. I've had EVPs of like current things, you know, happen before. You know, so I think who knows, man? Like it's crazy. Like that whole. It's why I keep doing it, right? It's the reason I keep going into these old abandoned, you know, tuberculosis hospitals, you know, with all this gear, trying to figure out what happens, you know, what these are, what these, you know, what this energy is, and it's crazy.
Do you and Jason have like a pact between each other when you get to location? You can't mess with me, can't mess with you, can't mess with me. Like, it's got to be real. No, no pranks.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It's funny because Jason said that in the very beginning, and I was laughing. I was like, oh yeah, no, dude, exactly. Like I feel the same way because, you know, if we started to do that kind of stuff, then it's like, it's almost like you lose some of the credibility. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, you know what, he was messing with me here. What's stopping him from messing with me here? With, you know, whatever. So yeah, it's see, that's the thing is I see all these channels where everything's just blatantly, fake or just, you know what I mean? Like just weird. And I'm like, guys, if you spent like half as much time just going in and like doing a proper investigation, you realize you don't have to do that. Like you'll get the evidence. The evidence is going to be there. It's going to present itself. Just put your time into actually investigating it instead of being like, oh, how can I do, how can we make this happen or something like that? Or, how can we move this snowman around this fucking building, or something shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck?
I've never watched anybody else's content but your guys' stuff. I'm sure there's a ton of that out there though. All these people glorifying it and trying to bait people into fake crap.
Oh yeah. It's just
clicks.
anytime you see a thumbnail that's just like a person like, and there's like a red circle behind them with like a shadow figure in it. I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah.
I get a little hesitant on that.
Yeah, dude. My wife and I talk about that a lot. I'm trying to grow my solo YouTube channel. I'm struggling like crazy. It's just like stuck at like 6 people. But like clickbait shit is real, man. That stuff works, and I don't want to go to that route. And that's so much of that shit on YouTube.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Dude, all I can tell you, man, is that if you believe in what you're doing and you keep posting your videos and you keep building that community, it's going to happen. You don't have to be clickbait. I mean, we're a pretty good example of that. We're about to hit 100,000 subscribers. We have a whole like 100,000. Yeah, we have a whole 100,000 before Halloween thing going on right now, and we're like less than 1,500 away from doing it. And we have never once been like, hey guys, what's up? Smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. We've never said any of that in our episodes. We don't even put like the graphics up there saying to do any of that stuff. We just keep it episode format, give it a really nice intro that makes people want to watch it. Maybe a little bit of voiceover, some history, and then get into the paranormal investigation.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you said that. And now you say that, too, I can see it in your episodes. It's like almost like a Netflix series or some shit. It's like higher quality than your typical YouTube content.
Exactly. That's exactly what when Jason joined up, that's one of the things that he said that he liked about it and why he even reached out to me. Because Jason, I think we talked about this last time. Jason isn't the original cameraman.
Right.
The original cameraman left after like
killed
7
him,
episodes. Exactly. Yeah. Eureka pretty much broke him down. But yeah, so Jason said that, he goes, yeah, that's what I loved about your channel is that it didn't feel like I was watching YouTube. It felt like I was watching a television show that just happened to be on YouTube, or like a Netflix series that just happened to be on YouTube. And I was like, boom, that is exactly what I wanted. I wanted that like premiere experience, so to speak.
Beautiful. What do you think about going to an area that's
tremendous.
Yeah, it is tremendous.
Tremendous. Trump always has his hands like this. Like, doing like a saxophone or something.
Yeah. What do you think about going to somewhere like Skinwalker Ranch? It's not so much paranormal, but more like alien type, I guess, stuff.
Hell yeah! I mean, there's really not gonna be a location where me and Jason are like, nah, we're good. We're not gonna go there. I mean, if somebody's like, hell yeah, you should check out this place. Check out this place. It's like our answer is always like, okay, let's go. I mean, we did a place out here, the Reno Axe Bar. It's just an axe bar. It's in downtown. You know what I mean? But they have a basement that they turned into a haunted maze, like a haunted escape room type thing. That is actually haunted. And yeah, like people, like I think there was 2 people that died down there. If I remember correctly, because it used to be a venue, and there was a girl that got trampled to death during a show back in like the 90s. And yeah, just crazy stuff. So, people are like, oh yeah, do you want to come investigate this axe bar? We're like, yeah. We do. Why not?
My little girl asked me today a question that like brain raped me. She said, do all ghosts only go to like haunted places? I'm like, wait, what? Haunted places are haunted because the ghosts are there. Like, I go, what are you talking about?
Kind of makes sense. Huh?
Yeah, I was like, that's creepy. I was like,
it's funny. That's a good question because obviously, we'll go and we'll film at, these creepier looking places or these more known hotspot places. But I've gone into stores. Like there's a Macy's that I went into that the people, they saw my hat and they were like, "We have a ghost here." I'm like, "Are you serious?" And there was a ghost that haunted like the mattress section. And they were like, "Yeah, there's like a door back here that slams on its own. We'll see like impressions on the mattress of something jumping. Like they'll just see like it going down, but there's nobody there." And it was a Macy's, like in operation, huge mall. And that stuff is happening. I've gone into gas stations and people are like, "Oh yeah, whatever they name their ghosts, oh yeah, Wilbur, he's back there, he messes with stuff all the time." There's a coffee house out here called Dutch Brothers Coffee. I don't know if you guys have Dutch Brothers in Colorado yet. Yes. Super good. Shout out to Dutch Brothers. Not sponsored, but would love it.
Sponsorship, motherfuckers.
But there's a shop here, and they have bottles, like their syrup bottles, just come flying off at them, like in the mornings and stuff like that. So,
damn,
they're everywhere, man.
I worked at a Hobby Lobby in Lafayette when I was 18, which is, they moved. They're not in that building anymore, but they used to say that the upstairs area where we stored extra stuff was haunted, and there was all kinds of creepy shit going on there, and the building wasn't very freaky.
Wow, it's like
good old Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. Dude, change the subject for a second. This is a PSA for all the elderly women out there. Dude, I worked at Hobby Lobby as like a grunt storage, stocker and truck unloader and all this crap and carrying stuff out for the old ladies, which I enjoyed. But that bathroom for the women's bathroom was the grossest bathroom I've ever had to clean in my life, man. What the hell is with you older women that are into these crafts that are destroying Hobby Lobby bathrooms? The men's bathroom was 10 times cleaner every day, but the women's bathroom was a freaking disaster. It was so gross. It almost turned me gay. I was so traumatized by that, man. That was terrible. So just take care of yourselves. Clean up after yourselves. Stop being
take care of yourselves.
When you get done cross stitching and buying new threads, clean up after yourself, please. Jesus. What the hell's wrong with these people? So anyway,
a lot.
So are you doing this full time now, Patrick, or is this you have another gig?
I've always got stuff going on. I'm an entrepreneur by design, I guess. I mean, I've always got something. But the YouTube channel, yeah. I mean, I went in full time. There's no 9 to 5 or something like that anymore. I'm just full time ghost hunter.
Damn, you heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
Full time ghost hunter. It's pretty legit.
It's tough, man. It is very tough because I mean, obviously we're not the ones that are like, hey, pay us $1,000 and we'll come make sure there's no demons in your house. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not that kind of paranormal investigating. Yeah, we would never charge anybody to do that or to have us come out and film. Typically, it's the other way around, right? We're paying to go out to those places to film. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. YouTube has been great, and the community that we built kind of around that platform, whether it's YouTube like channel members or people sending in super chat donations or the patron, all that kind of stuff. It all helps out to take care of the travel expenses and the gear that we have to use, and then I break gear, and then we have to get more gear, and but we've got a pretty amazing group of people, like a core following now that makes sure that we got everything we need. So
good, yeah, that's awesome, man. That's cool to hear y'all growing that much too. I think I don't want to take credit for this, but I think the last time y'all were on Truth or Theory, y'all had like maybe two or three followers, and then you came on our big ass show, and you guys skyrocketed. And I mean, you're welcome.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, that's got to be it. I wonder how many subscribers we had. How long ago was it? It's been a while, huh? It's been about.
It was earlier this year. It was all the same year. You guys still had a huge following. I think your episode was in the 20s, the early 20s maybe, and we're in the lower 50s right now. Let's see.
Yeah, this is episode 53.
Do a trick, JP. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Flash your breasts real quick. Get the girls going.
Oh God.
Get our girl audience excited.
Oh,
tell a joke. Dad. Tell a joke. Why don't they? Well, I got a joke for you. Why don't they play poker in Africa?
Why is that?
It's full of cheetahs.
Full of cheetahs.
Oh, I'm gonna use that. I don't know if y'all seen my new yet, but I got a corny character that does terrible jokes. I'm gonna add that. That's awesome.
You can use that one.
You guys were episode 24, which was in April, early April. So, yeah, it's safe to say we launched your career.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Carlisle
Carlisle Forrester's our comedian friend in LA. She's well established way before us. She just threw us a bone and got on our show a couple of times, and I told her that we launched her career too. She's with Nikki Glazer, who's way more famous than us.
Way more.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's super cool though.
All right, Patrick, I didn't give you any warning on this, buddy, but we do 6 questions, as you know, and we have a set of 6 questions for you that Mr. JP is going to tell you. And you
wait. I love how you said, okay, you have no idea, but as you remember, you have to I hate to drop this on you because you had no idea, but do you remember how we did this last time?
I'm a hack, man.
I love it, dude. I love it. It's so good. All right, hit me up. Let's hear these questions.
I'm drinking tequila out of a solo cup, man. My wife's not going too well.
That's just party right there. That's nothing wrong with that.
He's got a bendy straw though, because he's classy.
I got that bendy flex straw.
Quit it.
All right. Second time guess questions number 1.
Oh shit.
If you could time travel one time there and back, which time period would you choose? Could be past or future.
I would go back to like the Dark Ages. Like I'd go back, way back, like kingdoms and stuff like that. And just be like a knight or some shit like that. Like I think that would be so cool. You know what I mean? Like I'd be back there, like in the future, there's gonna be these little black boxes that you just type in what you want. It tells you everything, and they'd be like,
like he's a witch. Burn him at the stake.
Yeah, not a knight. I'd love to go back. I'd love to go back into those periods, and just see like how different it was. That'd be super cool.
I think the weirdest thing about all that, besides like appearance, would be the way they communicated would blow our minds. Like, because we have so much slang and stupidity with our talking, and we're so animated and dumb nowadays. They're all like dry and serious. Life's like you could die at any moment, so everything's serious. They'd be like, "What the hell?" So
and then they were like, I'm going to the outhouse, because you might not come back in. Like,
let everybody know where you're going.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good time period. Number 2, what's an unusual pet peeve of yours?
Unusual pet peeve of mine. I don't know how unusual it is, but it's like a huge pet peeve. Like when you're in your car and like the audio, like you have to put it on like even numbers. Like I am so about that life. Like I can't be rolling around listening to the music at 19. Like that shit better be on 20.
Dude, I got a friend that's just like that. I fuck with him all the time. I'll put the volume on like 23 or 24 and 30. I mean like 29. And he'll as soon as he sees it, he like spazzes and turns it. Like, dude, are you fucking crazy? He's the same way. That's so crazy. That's some kind of OCD.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's the same thing too. Like with like contacts in my phone or something like that. Everybody has a first name and a last name, and they're both like the first letters are capitalized. You know what I mean? Like even
That's
like
fun.
back when you used to have like an iTunes playlist, like everything had to be perfect. Title of the song, artist name, it all had to like be capitalized and everything.
Yeah.
That's why I said I had your name on my phone as Patrick. I had a couple Patricks, and I was like, I think this is the right one.
Oh, no.
And I texted you, and we're talking on Instagram. I was like, oh shit, I'm probably talking to the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Make an ass.
Hey, oh shit, Patrick.
The opposite. I'm sloppy.
All right, number 3. When you were a kid, what did you want to become as an adult?
Before the
first, yeah, the first.
What did you want to become as a grown woman?
the first one I can remember was I wanted to be a doctor, and more so I wanted to be a surgeon. And for like a long time, I was going to be a surgeon. I wanted to be a cardiovascular surgeon, to the point that I was like getting ready to go to like pre-med, and then go into medical school. And then I saw how much school I'd still be in school right now, and I was just like, oh hell no, I'm gonna be a musician.
That's funny. That's a big turn.
Yeah, that's
yeah, exactly.
So like with the ghost stuff too, and then you want to do that surgeon type stuff, some serious, gruesome, gross type stuff. You're like pretty immune to all that kind of shit then, huh? Like gory stuff.
I think you heard us. I think you froze.
You froze. Did you hear my question?
No, I didn't. Go ahead. What is it again?
I said, with you being the paranormal guy and then wanting to be a surgeon, you must be like pretty good with like gory type stuff. Are you pretty immune to that stuff?
It's funny. I mean, it hasn't really ever bothered me. That's why I was like, I mean, I would probably make a great surgeon because I wouldn't be like, oh my God, it's blood. But it's funny because I absolutely hate those kind of movies, like the gory movies and like Saw and like Final Destination, all that kind of stuff. I cannot watch those kind of movies. You know, I'm just like, oh no, thank you, no, thank you.
Yeah.
The torture porn type shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
I don't mean like JP. This is a family show. You just made me way more dark than I meant to be. No, they call movies torture porn. Like that's what that shit is. It's just glorifying the crazy accidents and all these horror things. Not literally torture porn, JP.
Not about it.
You're going to church tomorrow.
And your YouTube channel just got demonetized.
Oh man. Number 4. Where are we? Number 4.
Number 4.
If you were going to be stranded on an island but have the chance to bring one thing with you, which thing would you choose?
A fucking plane.
You know how to fly a plane?
No, but I'd figure that shit out real quick.
I never thought about that as an answer. It's like we had a cell phone and a boat or some shit, but a plane is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, a cell phone, that shit's not gonna work. Boat, you could be stranded out in the ocean, dying of fucking thirst and dehydration.
Yeah, anybody that hasn't been out in the ocean and you get kind of sidetracked, if you don't know which direction you're going and you like get caught off, man, that's freaky shit. You could get a lot more lost like that. I don't think a lot of people realize that.
No, you're better off on the island.
Yeah, I don't know how people have them like little dinghy boats for like 30 days or something like that.
I know, with no water, man. Yeah, you can't drink salt water.
Oh, dude, I know you're drinking your own piss at that point. No, thank you.
Yeah. Still salt water.
You end up like the chicken on Moana. You know what I'm talking about? Where he like takes the coconut off. He's like, ah!
Hey, my kids watch Moana so much last year.
Mine too. My little dude loves that. He'll sit over there. He's just like, ah! He's like singing all the songs and everything. He loves it.
That the Frozen 2 is the one my girls are stuck on right now. So tired of hearing all these songs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Curse of the parents.
Yep. You know how many hours?
Sorry,
on this and that. I'm like, no, I don't have kids. I
just had a guy like come up to the car just thinking the guys.
Oh yeah.
He came up to your car.
Yeah, he came with there. He was about to ask me for money or something like that, but I just like looked back at you.
Yeah.
I just looked back at you guys. I was like, oh my God.
Call him back, man. We're gonna have another episode.
This one.
I know, right?
This one late night when we were in North Dakota, we went to the Carl's Jr. there, or it's called Hardee's in North Dakota. But anyways, we pull up and I'm ordering, and this dude just walks up to us and he's like, "Hey, make it 2." I'm like, "What the hell? Who are you? What do you mean make it 2?" He's like, "I got
make it 2."
He can't walk through the drive-thru, because it's after hours. I'm like, all right, this is super weird. I did it. I ordered 2, and then he just gave me cash, but it was so weird because he came out of nowhere.
That's awesome.
He gave you cash, though?
Yeah, he gave me
cash.
Walk through a drive-thru,
Dude, that's funny though. Like I'm gonna start doing that shit because I've got like my channel, like just Patrick McQueary channel. I've never posted a video on there, but I'm gonna start doing that shit, just like pranks and like funny ass shit. I'm just gonna like film myself, walk up to the thing while somebody's ordering, me like, make that shit too, and people are like, okay.
That's
crazy.
You're gonna get shot.
I know. That's funny. What age was this guy?
He was probably in his 40s.
40s?
Yeah, just a guy that was just out. I don't know. I gave him his food and he gave me the cash and off he went. Walked down the street. I'm like, oh, it's weird.
Damn.
Super
all right.
weird.
Fucking South Dakota for you.
Yeah, strange.
North Dakota, even worse. What?
Yeah.
I like South Dakota. I don't like North Dakota.
Yeah.
JP's cool with it, but we both lived there for a few years and man, for work.
In North Dakota?
Yeah. It sucks there, in my opinion. I think the land's pretty, but it's so boring there.
Yeah. Oil filled stuff.
Yeah.
Far north, almost like it's cold.
Yeah, cold's not even a word for it. It's like beyond cold.
Frigid.
Yeah, 42 below ambient. That's with no wind chill. Negative 42. That was getting old.
Yeah.
Man, no thanks. I'm from Texas. I would literally die.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. From the Gulf of Mexico.
Actually, the first time I ever heard it, they call the snow Texas drag up dust. So when it starts snowing, all the Texans go back home. They
Yep.
home.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what I do.
All right, number 5. Where are we? Number 5. If someone was going to make a movie about you, which actor would you choose to play you?
I forgot that was our question on here. Let's help him out.
I don't even know. I feel like somebody asked me, or this got brought up recently, and I didn't know. We did figure out that Jason would be played by Jack Black, like 100%.
Jack Black?
Yeah, definitely.
But for me, like Jack Black, but that's funny.
Yeah, for me, I have no idea. I really don't know.
Let's think about it. Let's get it, guys. Let's see.
It's like a cross between maybe like Nick Swartzen and
Nick Swartzen.
Yeah, from the comedy side.
Wow.
Comedy side of it.
Second time on your podcast and the last time on your podcast.
Come on, dude. I love Nick Swartzen. This guy's awesome.
No, I'm kidding. I know. He's funny. Dude, I used to get Steve Buscemi sometimes. So he was like, I look like Steve Buscemi.
I was like, not at all. No.
I was like, what the hell? Thanks a lot.
Man,
I get Luke Bryant sometimes. People think that I look like Luke Bryant. He's not an actor. He's a country singer, but so I get him a lot.
Who the fuck's Luke Bryant?
Well, I don't think it's all about the looks. They got to capture you, like the essence of you.
Yeah, they could do some prosthetics too. We can make it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're talking Hollywood here.
Yeah, pretty funny guy, pretty witty. So the Nick Swartzen thing probably wouldn't be too far off. He's a little on the heavy side, but yeah. Get
Adam Sandler out there.
Damn, there's somebody I can't place there, and I might have to tag it later. Okay. Can't think of it. All right, let me think about why you asked the last question.
Okay, the last question.
No, I'll just interrupt you.
Number 6. What's the best advice you've been given?
The best advice I was given, I don't know if I told you guys this, my dad, he passed away back when I was 18. And it was like right as like the music career, I was starting to play some gigs, like more professional gigs, and everything. And I told him, I was like, yeah, I've got all this stuff going on, and I was like, you gotta wish me luck. And he just looked at me and he just goes, Patrick, you don't need luck, you have talent. And that's stuck with me like my whole life, because I thought about it and I was like, you know what, luck is good, but if you don't just like study your ass off or work your ass off to really understand what it is that you're doing and the craft that you're behind and grow that talent for it, I mean, it's pretty much useless. You know what I mean? Like you really have to dig into whatever it is you want to do. And yeah, I think that's probably the best advice I ever got, is just, and don't just wait on luck. Like, make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, to be coming from your dad is even cooler.
Yeah.
More special. Interesting. I got your celebrity.
All right, let's hear it.
I think you're gonna like it, man. It's a compliment. It's in the eyes, I think. Robert Pattinson. See the eyes on him?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Twilight love there.
I see what you're saying. I'm just gonna start just like wearing like white makeup and just doing like a huge pompadour, like what's up?
Start being way more.
I shimmer in the I shimmer in the sunlight.
Yeah, I think a hybrid between Nick Swartzen and Robert Pattinson. Maybe.
Yeah, like a funny Robert
Swartzen.
Robert Pattinson kind of pulls up the Nick Swartzen charm as he plays you to get in character. There you go. Boom.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
That's why Ghost like
Very
him.
cool.
Yeah. Girls like him?
Yeah.
Girls like you?
Ghost like him.
You got a girlfriend? What you got going on, man? Let's start
yeah, definitely not married. Can't do the married thing.
I try to tell my wife that
in life, at least.
but she keeps coming back, man.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this.
I'm gonna get hit.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Maybe one of these days.
Yeah, no rush, man, no rush. I see you got some ink on your arm. Do you have any paranormal related tattoos?
No.
Right, next question.
Tough crowd tonight.
Oh,
no, I don't.
Rough night, guys.
I've thought about it, but I've thought about it. No.
Okay. All right. Fuck it up. What's the boy going as for Halloween? That's a personal question.
Yeah, he's changed his mind like 6 times now, but the last one that he's seen like be stuck on is he wants to go with a creepy skeleton. Specifically a creepy one. Skeleton. Yeah.
One of my girls did it a couple years back. That's a must for all children. The creepy skeleton.
Heck yes.
All right, Patrick. That concludes this interview for part 2. Where can we find you? Where can we support the Haunted Side? Where can our listeners go subscribe and donate to the Patreon?
Oh, snap. So just Google The Haunted Side, or you can just go to thehauntedSide.com. That will take you to the YouTube channel. Yeah, definitely just search it out on YouTube, The Haunted Side. Give us a subscribe. Help us get to 100,000 before Halloween.
We're gonna
so
do that.
Close. Yeah, so close. I hope we get there. Yeah, and then there's Patreon, Instagram, all that stuff. The Facebooks, whatever your respective social is, we're on there. Even OnlyFans. We started an OnlyFans, which is kind of funny because we started it back before we even knew what it was, but it was a new social media. So anytime there's like a new social media, I'll get on and like save the username just so that I have it, so that if it gets big, we don't have to be the Haunted Side 1 or like the Haunted Side official.
69.
Just be the Haunted Side.
Yeah.
And then like a week after that, I was like, oh shit, this is a porn site.
Hey man, tell Jason to start showing some skin, man. Take one for the team.
I know. That's what I told him. I was like, come on, Jason. We talked about this one time in one of our live chats, and somebody's like, yeah, Jason, you should just take bubble baths on there. Like, that's all you do. It was amazing. And he was like, okay.
That'd be funny.
You should do it. Any haunted house you go into, if it has a bathroom, you have to take a bubble bath.
Yeah, that should be hilarious.
Are y'all on TikTok too?
No, that's actually one of the ones we didn't. We never even signed up for that one. I think.
Good.
And then that's one of the ones that got big. So we get on the porn sites. We don't get on TikTok.
Yeah, y'all are on Grindr, but you're not on TikTok.
See, that's the dark side.
Oh man,
you're gonna think about that now. She asked you what's the dark side.
Wait, Gabriel, I'm on this channel. Other than looking at. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on. We're gonna help you get to 100 because we got a ton of freaking listeners on this show.
Oh, yeah.
We just hit like a number that's real. What is it, JP?
Yeah, help keep. Like our show, we're almost at 2 million. Trying to get to 2 million before Halloween.
It's growing. Every month we get a nice boost of numbers. It's growing consistently.
It is growing. I like it.
So we're gonna help you. Everybody listening, make sure you get on your damn YouTube channel and go subscribe to the Haunted Side. Let's get that goal before Halloween.
Yeah.
Trick or
heck yes.
I'm a subscriber. If I could subscribe
I am
twice,
too.
I would.
Actually, I can because I have 2 accounts. I'm gonna go subscribe on my second account too. We're gonna boost this shit. There you go. And everybody out there that wants to Let me just talk to you guys up close since we're on YouTube.
He's getting up in the thing.
Everybody out there, I'm struggling with my YouTube channel. I've got 58 subscribers, and I have some really big celebrity guests, but nobody wants to watch it. If you could please go and subscribe to my channel, that'd be great. Thanks.
What's it called?
Oh, No Limits. No Limits.
No wonder you only have 58. You just like make sure you go to this YouTube channel. What's it called? I don't even know what it is. No
Fuck you, Patrick. No, listen,
it felt
guys.
like a public service announcement just now too. Like I thought the rainbow was gonna come around behind you.
I'm gonna edit the shit out of this. It's gonna be all kinds of sentimental stuff going on. I'm gonna put some sad music behind it.
For E-Willy.
It's free, guys. Just go to YouTube, subscribe to No Limits with E-Willy, and enjoy all my celebrity guest interviews and my prank call videos. I put a lot of work into it. Spent a lot of money at the Spirit Halloween store and on Amazon. Please help me get my money back, get monetized, and get some subscribers. My wife and my kids make fun of me. My kids walked in the other room the other day when I was dressed as an old lady. You try explaining that to your daughters. It sucks. Okay, thank you. No Limits with E-Willy.
Oh my God.
Patrick, looking forward to the next time we see you. Maybe we'll see you in Colorado Springs area.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to do this.
Let's do it.
If you're okay with us.
If anything, you guys at least come down. I think we're there for like a week. So if anything, come down and we'll grab,
We'll take you guys out
dinner and some drinks and stuff.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Sweet. All right, brother. Peace. Love you. Bye.
You guys be safe.
Yeah.
Stay creepy.
Always.
Oh.